You are not exhausted because life is too heavy. You are exhausted because your mind never stops negotiating with reality. Even when nothing urgent is happening, something inside keeps moving. A quiet pressure to improve, a subtle comparison, a feeling that something is missing. You achieve something, and the mind asks, what is next? This is not dramatic suffering. It is friction. We call it the background noise of the soul. It is a constant friction that burns your energy even while you sleep. Imagine a man named Thomas. Thomas lives in a quiet suburb of Munich. He has a stable job, a loving family, and a weekend hobby he enjoys. But every Sunday evening, a familiar shadow visits him. As the sun sets, a subtle, nameless anxiety begins to tighten in his chest. He looks at his beautiful home, but he feels like a guest in his own life. The more he achieves, the louder the question becomes. Is this it? Is there nothing more? He tries to fix it by planning his next promotion, scrolling through travel destinations, or buying a faster car. But soon, the newness fades, and the gray fog of restlessness settles back in. Thomas thinks he is broken. He thinks he needs more success to be happy. Before we seek peace, we must understand why your biology is designed for unrest. Inside your brain, there is a mechanism called Hedonic Adaptation. It is a relentless survival program. When you achieve a goal, your brain releases a spike of dopamine. But dopamine is less about reward and more about pursuit. Once the spike fades, your brain resets to a lower baseline. This creates a psychological friction. This is why, as Jim Rohn taught, we must discipline our disappointments. If you don't manage your biology will manage you. As Jim Rohn taught, we must all suffer one of two pains: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Discipline is the bridge between being a slave to your impulses and becoming the master of your internal state. Long before modern biology, ancient observers saw this exact same friction. They identified this restlessness as tanha, the unquenchable thirst for things to be different than they are. Suffering is not caused by the world outside, but by our automatic reaction to the movement of the mind. We are like puppets, dancing to the strings of our own desires. But there is a hidden power, the power of the observer. The ancient ones realized that you don't have to follow every thought. You can look at the thought instead of being the thought. To stop the friction, we need a mental firewall. This is the highest form of self-maintenance. It starts with a simple, sharp question. When a desire or an impulse arises, stop. Do not act yet. Ask yourself, does this action cause suffering to me or to anyone else? If the answer is yes, you have the power to say no. This is not suppression, it is mastery. By refusing to follow a harmful impulse, you are steering your biological machine toward peace. Practice this ethical check every day. In your words, in your snacks, in your scrolling. If it's harmless and wholesome, do it. If not, let it go. Thoughts may arise, but they no longer command. Desire may whisper, but it no longer controls. When you stop feeding the friction, the machine runs silent. There is no need to hide. There is only the clarity of a mind that is finally free. Return to stillness. Return to clarity. Return to silent mastery.